LCD? X plus 5, x minus 2. So that means I am going to, what?
Would you multiply x over x plus 5 by x minus 2 over x minus 5?
I'm going to multiply everything by right here. So here was my first term. Okay, so I'm multiplying, this is my first term and I labeled them so that you could see them. And I multiplied everything by x plus 5 over x minus 2. And why am I multiplying everything by x minus 5 times x minus 2? Okay, well, and then eventually, what am I going to try to do? Am I going to try and get rid of my denominators? Stephen?
Something I got confused about was that on the bottom you already had x plus 5, x minus 2. Would you be multiplying the bottom by x plus 5, x minus 2 again, or would you just do the top?
I'm multiplying the numerator.
Oh.
I'm just multiplying the numerator.
Okay.
This is, I just factored this. These were my factors in the denominator. I determined that the LCD is x plus 5 times x minus 2. So I'm multiplying the first term. And here is my second term, so I'm multiplying my second term. And hold on a second, I'm going to zoom out a little bit so that you can see, because I have to also remember to do what? Multiply across. Now remember.
Take the bottom. So
Pardon me?
Then you can't you not subtract those because they don't have a common denominator?
So I thought in order to find the least common denominator, you multiplied one fraction by what it didn't have.
Yeah.
We did this 2 different ways yesterday. Okay, this is the second way. The second way, and I believe the problem.
If we prefer the first way, can we do the first one?
You can. 1/3 plus 1/4 x is equal to, I don't know, 10. Okay? I am multiplying. I'm finding the least common denominator, and I'm multiplying the whole thing. I don't care about the denominator right now.
Then what you need to multiply the denominator of the second one by x minus 2.
No, because if you're
I'm finding the LCD.
Yes.
I
How
am
do you
at,
cancel them out?
pardon me?
Never mind.
Okay, so I have 12, and I'm going to
I think if you
multiply.
multiply the whole thing, you don't have to multiply the denominator.
Yeah, because the denominator is when you're multiplying already.
Okay, so that's what I have. So I am going to try to cancel my denominator. I'm trying to get rid of my denominator. That's my goal. Can I solve this a different way? Yes. And I think we did this problem on the board yesterday. I could multiply this by 4 over 4. I could multiply this by 3 over 3. But the problem this way is I still have a denominator. Now, if you like dealing with denominators, go for it. Okay? This way allows you to get rid of the denominator. Cassie.
So, back to the problem on the board, would you now cross out for factor out?
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do.
Wait, Miss Lyle, so for the first method, would it be,
This method?
yeah, would you say 4x plus 3x equals 120?
Wait a minute, I'm missing you.
You're simple.
I'm going to try and cancel these out. I want to get rid of my denominator.
Exactly.
So I'm going to have, all right, 4x plus 3x equals 120. 7x is equal to whatever.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do here in a second. Okay, so is everybody clear? We're finding the LCD. We're multiplying the whole thing. Now, I could have written it with parentheses, but I wanted to be able to see it. Okay, so what am I left with? Can I cancel this with this with this, and that leaves me what? X minus 2, okay? And then I have this and this. Whoops, I think I canceled with that. This and this, and what am I left with? X times x minus 2 times that quantity. Have I gotten rid of the denominator?
Yes.
Okay, I've gotten rid of the denominator. Well, then what do you think I'm going to have to do? Just multiply it out. And would you agree that I now have, and be careful, remember, always, like, this is kind of like one of those things, the trap, the proverbial trap. This is a negative, so a negative x times that is going to be a negative x squared. A negative x times negative 2 is a positive 2x. You gotta be aware of that. Matt?
Over on the right, would you distribute the 4 to both of the sets of parentheses or just one of them?
All right, if I have 2 times 3 times 4, how do I do that?
Is it any different because you put them in separate parentheses? Like, would it be 4x plus 20 x minus 2, or would it be 4x up? Yeah.
Yeah, I can just do the distribute, I'm multiplying, 2 times 3 is 6, I get an answer, right? And then whatever that answer is going to be times 4. Same thing here. So I have, and I don't, let me just see.
I figured out what we did wrong the other day.
Okay, can you just let's get through this problem? So we have here 4x plus 20
And that's
times x minus 2. So I'm going to have what? 4x squared minus 8x plus 20x minus 40. And that's going to be 4x squared plus, what is that, 12x minus 40. And what do I have on the other side? Right here. Sorry, I had done the workout. I just didn't know if I had it or not. Are we good with that? Okay, so here I did the work. I'm up to there. And what do you think I'm going to do? Move everything to one side. Okay? So I'm going to maybe add x squared. Let me see if I have this done. If I add, yeah, I did that. I added x squared. I subtracted the 3x. I'm going to add the 2x. I'm moving it over to the other side. And I have what? 5x squared minus 15x minus 38.
Wait, so why would we do this if we could do that?
Pardon me?
Why would we like take all those steps when we could easily just multiply by 12?
Yes,
Like that one.
that looks like a lot more.
Anybody want to answer that question?
That is what we want.
That's
Yeah.
a lot more steps.
Too much work.
That's not the actual
Mathematicians
answer.
are lazy.
Michael, this was a demo. I was showing you the point, why we were using that method. This
Okay.
was just, I wanted you to use some very easy numbers that you could wrap your head around easily.
Oh.
Because you're absolutely right. This is a long, convoluted process,
Got it.
okay? So, there, it was just an example, sorry,
Okay.
I wasn't, that wasn't there. Okay, are we together? Okay, so what do you think the next step is going to be? All right, so factor, graph, or the quadratic, okay? And as a matter of fact, your textbook did the quadratic, and just never forget your choices. Okay, now it's right here, they just plugged and chugged along, and at this point, I am going to give you a present. I don't have it for you today, but I will. Do you want to know what your present is going to be, or do you want the surprise?
I want the surprise.
You want a
I
surprise?
want to know what it is.
You what?
I said I want to know what it is.
You want to know, how many people want to know what the surprise is?
Yeah.
Okay, if you do not, put your heads down and I'll write it on the board, so the people who.
I just want to know.
Okay, I am going to give you a program. You're going to plug into your calculator, so that when you need to do the quadratic, all you have to do is plug in the A, the B, and the C, push button, and quadratic will get spun out. Okay, so
Jay?
that wasn't made, yes, no, I don't have it with me, I have to find it, but I'm going to let you know. Is that awesome? I mean, at this point, at this point, who knows the formula without looking at it? Okay, so let me hear it again. Minus B.
Plus or minus
Square root of B squared minus 4AC over 2A. that isn't printed in your head, and that you know that. At this point, is it okay for you to have a calculator that will do that computation for you?